Elliot Williams, welcome to the Beat DC. Donald Trump fired James Comey, the FBI Director, which is a shock to the entire system. Tell us about what you did at the Department of Justice.
Sure. I was a trial attorney at the Department of Justice to start my career, and then for the last few years, I was Deputy Assistant Attorney General. So I've seen the department from lots of different places and worked with career employees for a very long time. And I think the prospect of, yes, Mr. Comey was a politically appointed head, but had a long career as a career prosecutor. And I think the thought of career folks ultimately being terminated for doing their jobs, could potentially chill the work of career law enforcement officials and officers. What's remarkable is that in the last 48 hours, we've witnessed the oldest constitutional republic in the world turn into an episode of House of Cards, literally.
One thing most of us believed was that James Comey, the FBI Director, had a 10-year term as FBI Director. How can a president fire someone who was hired for 10 years?
Yeah, so the president can remove the FBI Director for cause. And if you notice, there was a memorandum from the Deputy Attorney General laying out the reasons for the termination of Mr. Comey. To many people, look, the timing of this termination in any respect is troubling to many people. Many people have looked at this issue. The Attorney General, who ultimately signed off on the firing, a lot of folks have questions about whether he should have even signed off on the firing because he's recused from a number of aspects of the investigation, certainly into Clinton's emails, Secretary Clinton's emails, and into the probe of potential collusion with the Russian government and the president's.
What should we expect from the congressional oversight committees?
Sure. So right now, Congress has the authority, the intelligence committees and potentially the oversight committees have the authority to take a look into this. And as you might know, the Senate Intelligence Committee is already looking into this and has called Mr. Comey to testify next week, right? They could potentially open up a select committee. The problem with something like the select committee is that, not unlike the Benghazi committee that has the potential just to look sort of political to the Republic, to the folks in the country. So, in a perfect world, the cleanest and most nonpartisan way to resolve this would be for the Attorney General, for the Deputy Attorney General here, to appoint a special counsel to investigate this, right? Because that would be an independent person who would just take a look.
Okay, so explain one more thing for us.
Sure.
The independent counsel statute,
right,
that lapsed
a
long time ago. So what is the option for an independent investigator?
Sure. So you're exactly right. So in 1999, the Independent Counsel Statute, which was the statute that set up the Whitewater investigation and Iran-Contra and a lot of things that folks have heard about, just lapsed. I think a lot of people, a lot of critics in the courts and in the public believe that it just sort of gave one person too much authority to unlimited budget and so on. Right now, under law, the Attorney General has the power to appoint a special counsel, which is something that a lot of folks in Congress are calling for right now, to be an independent person, separate from the Justice Department, who can investigate the matter. He could do that because the Attorney General, Mr. Sessions, is recused. It would probably have to, the Deputy Attorney General, Mr. Rosenstein, would be the one to call for that. But they haven't yet.
So the three options are standing congressional committee investigation, a select congressional committee investigation, or a special counsel appointed by the leadership of the DOJ.
Yeah, those are the biggest ones. And look, you could also, Congress could pass a law to set up an independent commission like the 9/11 Commission to look at something like this. Given how polarized things in Congress are right now, it's just really hard to see them coming together and agreeing on something like that.
And if you got called into the Deputy Attorney General's office and you could ask him any question going forward, what would it be?
Yeah, are you going to appoint a special counsel to look into this? I mean, I think that is the central question for, in his confirmation hearing, the Deputy Attorney General did specifically say that if the time were right and if the circumstances called for it, he would in fact appoint a special counsel to look into this matter. That's the important question, and he needs to be able to answer it. He's got to keep getting that question
Right.
now. Yeah.
Thanks a lot. Thanks for joining us.